just stream your break? Dude, what am I supposed to do? Die? Like, I don't...
Is this your place? No, I live with my mom.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's either this or I die.
You hungry? Hey, Ma! Can we get some meatloaf?
There is always, in the middle of my day, when my mom isn't there to cook the chicken for me.
Hey, Ma! The meatloaf!
Oh no!
Ma, the meatloaf!
My mommy wasn't here.
What is she doing? I never know what she's doing back there.
Make
My
the
mommy
chicken
wasn't
nugget.
here.
Oh no.
What an idiot.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and there's some messages floating around Twitter, that what the world's biggest hypocrite, perhaps in our world, in the digital space, is having a bit of a melty, realizing that his career may be over. Now, it's a fate that really faces almost everyone who creates content, whether it's burnout, or you have a controversy, or you lose touch, or your audience moves on. Very few people do this forever. Heck, PewDiePie even rarely uploads anymore these days. But for every PewDiePie and Mr. Beast that are able to stay, popular for a very long time, just about everyone else just has their few minutes in the sun and that's it. Well, my favorite thing to cover on this channel is hypocrites, liars, frauds, clowns, right? And there are a few people that check all the boxes of things that I like to have the most fun covering than people like Hasan Piker. It starts at the top with a guy like Bernie, 5 Mansion Sanders, and then it gets down to guys like Hasan, multi-millionaire, multi-million-dollar mansion in Hollywood, 6-figure Porsche, all this kind of stuff, orders DoorDash every day, sits around, watches everybody else's videos, and then tells 14-year-old kids capitalism bad while selling them $70 t-shirts, okay? There is perhaps no better Webster's dictionary defines hypocrisy as, or Webster's dictionary defines champagne socialist as Hasan Piker, who used his pulpit of up to 50,000 or more live viewers on the regular to preach socialism to children. Looks like he's having a bit of a meltdown, and these messages were surfacing around on Twitter. Now, I must caution people, as much as it is easy to dunk on Hasan Abi, it is, there's very little context. These appear to be messages sent on a day, but without context. The first says, "I'm so sad. I think the streams are bangers, but people just don't see them." If you wonder what a banger is to Hasan Piker, is it's apparently sitting in a chair eating dino nuggets, watching somebody else's video, and then leaving the area for a very long period of time while the video plays. Saying, "We used to have a community. I hate what my community is becoming." All these could be sarcastic jokes, okay? So I'm not going to overreact to this and be like, "Oh my God, he's having a meltdown." We don't see the other messages around this. And he says, this part you need a little less. It says, "I swear Twitch streaming isn't about the actual content. It's about whether people want to pay attention to you or not. And clout." Well, no kidding. That's everything. All that stuff I did was a banger, and only 13,000 people watched. Like, I'm effing gaming at 8 p.m. 13,000 people is a crowd that just about anybody, including myself, would be exceedingly thankful for. I've been streaming now for a year without a break, never missing a single day, streaming every day. Now I stream at 5:30 Eastern to 7:30. I hope you'll tune in over on, if you go to thequartering.com, or you just tune in on Rumble, or you can tune into Quartercast, which is my YouTube live stream channel. Either way, I don't care. I just like that you tune in. But even I, who had 1 million plus subscribers and have been grinding at streaming for over a year, can't pull those kind of numbers. But he's having a melty about it. "I'm done. I hate this job. I'm not streaming today. I'm going to end myself." Now, that last tweet, I believe, is lacking context, okay? Because later, people actually started checking in on Hasan. Right? Lamau, did people gaslight a bunch of people into thinking I'm spiraling and upset with Discord message out of context? I got people texting me if I'm okay. Obviously, as much as I dislike the narrative or the information that he spreads, I don't wish bad on him. I mean, you see, I wonder why people, Hasan Piker's $4 million net worth, much more now, includes a luxurious Porsche Taycan, a West Hollywood home, and investments in Himbo Fitness. Hasan claps back after Twitch haters after buying $200,000 Porsche. Hasan hits back at Twitch outrage over him buying a $3 million Hollywood home while wearing a shirt that says, "Make the rich pay." He is a run-of-the-mill hypocrite. He pretends to be a socialist, but he's not. He's a better capitalist than even me. But what's been interesting to watch his downfall was it's pretty predictable. It's actually been going on for some time. If we go back to January 2023, Hasan Abi was averaging 32,000 viewers every stream. You go to February, 32,000, nearly identical. In fact, it went up a little bit. And then, I don't know if everyone started to have, people, right around March, April, when people had to start paying taxes, maybe, the decline started from 31,000 to 30. By the way, still huge numbers. Then dropping to 24,000 before briefly peaking to 27. And it's been a very steady decline ever since. 22,000, 24, down to 20. Now, he peaked in October 2023. The reason for that is because of what happened on October the 7th between Israel and Palestine. Suddenly, Hasan Piker was extremely popular again with a certain group of people, mostly Terry's, and he had some very divisive opinions. And this is the true beginning of the end for him, as immediately after that, he went from 28,000 to just 20,000, and then down to 17,000 in December of 2023, so losing about 50% of his viewership. And then if we want to look where this has been going, if we go to 2024, and you go average viewers, and we'll go monthly, you could see that decline continues from 19,000 in January to 18,000 in February to 18,500 to 18,300. It's been on the decline. His probably peak year was probably 2022 or maybe 2020 around the election. But this is definitely a guy that was very popular. Had streams average of 40,000 in this year. I'm not, if we go to 2020, I assume it's very good. I could be wrong. I don't know exactly when his peak was because I'm not interested in the things he has to say. But yeah, his rise really began in 2020, where he's averaging 4,000 viewers. Then his steady rise up to a peak of 45,000 viewers. People are growing up. People just don't have a lot of interesting, people don't have a lot of interest in what this guy is saying anymore. His coverage of these SAG-AFTRA strikes, getting trolled by Matisse. I think his name is Matisse. The go landlords, we love landlords. That guy. You see a lot of people see his pro-Hamas stance was disgraceful. But it's not just that. It's also all the normies that watched him call babies settlers, babies invaders of Palestinian land, bothered a lot of people. Both of these guys, fairly left-wing, Ethan Klein, Hasan Piker. And during October, this was truly the beginning of the end. Now, again, let me be clear. The guy will probably still make plenty of money, even if he only has 10 to 20,000 viewers on his live streams. But it's an election year. We'll see. Come November, will Hasan Piker bounce back? It's going to come down to whether or not he can convince people that he has anything interesting to say anymore, because he said all that he needs to say. He thinks that babies are invaders. He's willing to throw his friends under the bus. He's willing to let his Discord call Ethan Klein all sorts of heinous stuff. By the way, I don't care for Ethan Klein, but if anybody can make Ethan Klein a sympathetic figure, it's Hasan Piker. Hasan Piker and Ethan Klein had started a podcast. By the way, there's a common thread, right? Ethan Klein gets successful podcast falls apart. Because ultimately he had one with whatever that blonde chick was. I don't know. That was very popular. And then Hasan Piker, also popular. Then the rubber hits the road, as basically Hasan's audience was calling Ethan Klein a Zionist pig and all this other kind of heinous stuff. Hasan Piker basically laughed it off because Hasan Piker agreed with it. So what happened is, this is like all the normies that would have tuned in to Hasan Piker because, haha, socialism, cool, fight the power. They're seeing. Look at his money, by the way. Now, I don't know why there were so many undefined Twitch memberships in February 2024 and so many few. I don't know what all kind of fits into that. But if you look at from February to March, his revenue has dropped 50%. That's a pretty big hit. This 50,000 subs is about, let's say he probably gets a little more than half. Okay, but let's just say he's like everyone else and he only gets half. Okay, so that's half of that is $2.50. So he gets, what, 100,000, just over $125,000 or whatever it is, right? 125,000. That's right. Okay, which now he has dropped only to making $60,000 a month. If that trend continues, he might have to wait to make his shark bar. He might have to wait to put together, another mansion. But certainly, I think it's funny. It'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see if, Hasan, really tanks or not. The latest numbers show that he still has 47,000 subs. Now, I don't know. I'd say whatever the counter narrative is, there's no denying that his stream numbers have fallen off considerably. Just in 2023, if we just do 2023 monthly, there's no denying. In January, 31,000, November, 20,000, then 17,000. It goes down from there. This entire line, other than the spike in October when he reminded everyone that they didn't like him, that they don't like him, it's been basically a straight line decline. So this political season, election season, will it save Hasan, multimillionaire, socialism for thee, but not for me? I sure hope not. But it'll be interesting to see nonetheless. Seeing him cope and seethe, seeing the numbers back it up, should be interesting. Shout out landlords. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. We'll talk to you again real soon.